as you can see, guys, we haven't done much today except for fill up the garage. I have more motorcycles than I've ever had before sitting in my garage, thanks to a good friend of mine who decided that he was just time for him to get out of the motorcycle game. He kept one bike and gave me the rest. So garage is full. I have lots and lots of projects. But first things first, it's time for Vic to clean. And welcome to Jessie the Shop Dog, episode 1. Okay, there now, Jessie, you're famous. So I decided to go ahead with the Harley. Figure out why that light's not working. I'll just give you an example, which means they'll probably work now. The signal light is on. Now, so this light right here doesn't work. As you saw, that one flashed, that one didn't flash. Well, I think I found the problem. Hey Jesse, can you help me look for the problem? Okay, the problem is right here. I don't know, well, you can see that there's a wire that's probably just rubbed on the tire. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take that out of there. Of course, it's after the connection. I'm going to take off this big light, I think, the tail light, and pull this wiring harness apart. No. This is going to be a bitch. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, and then we'll fix it up. So I found the problem, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit more of a bear than I had hoped for. This is a broken wire. Can't point with the camera. Back in here. Okay, let's try it again. So, me and Jessie and I, have found the problem. It is just a broken wire. And that in face value is nothing, so obviously it's just rubbed on the tire here. See, the sheathing is still intact on one side, but the problem is this is the connector for the tail light signal light on this side, and this goes straight into the wiring harness. It goes all the way down into this, I guess you could call it a loom, but this protective sleeve that's glued to the fender. So I've got to try and work under here to fix this. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to, I don't know, I guess I got to get this area so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut this, clean this up so this end's exposed. Clean this end up so it's exposed, and do an upside down soldering maneuver to get them back together, and then ouch, then heat shrink it so that it's protected. Then I got to figure out how to, it already clicks in here, but then what I'm going to do is tie wrap it up somehow, maybe somehow just tie wrap it up, and so the tire doesn't hit it anymore. Guys, well, upon further investigation, I always pick the easiest solution first. The bulb had blown. Both filaments on the bulb had gone. I don't know how that happened, but I have an idea. The wires have been trimmed down, like been broken by the tire hitting it. So I figure what happened was because of their smaller wire, they increased the amperage, and that might have overheated the bulb. Maybe. I might just be talking about my ass now, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this piece of wire. I'm going to cut the other wire. I'm going to solder this piece of wire in so that it has a new piece of wire, so it won't increase the amperage across and overheat that wire, and probably, hopefully, maybe not blow that bulb out. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to heat up the soldering iron, and I'm going to tin the ends of this wire so it'll be easier to install it upside down. Okay, so hold that wire there, put on my old man glasses, because I'm an old man. I'm just going to heat up this wire. See, heat up this wire so that it takes the solder. It shouldn't take very long. Come on, solder. I might have to speed this up. Not quite as bad as paint drying, but it's pretty darn close, but it's a very important part to do if you want a long-lasting contact. And there we go. Now flip it over. Put this in on the side. There we go. Freshly tinned wire. Shrink wrap. Don't forget the shrink wrap. Got to get under there. Okay, let's go back under the bike. Okay, let's take a look under here. We're going to cut this wire. As you can see, I couldn't see before with my glasses on. It is still connected. There's still contact in that wire. But I'm going to cut it here. Clean these ends up, and just solder them back together. Hopefully convince a little bit of heat shrink to get in there. And then I'm going to have to button this back up top a little bit better so it doesn't rub on the tire. Okay, I'll see if I can I'm going to put you down and I'll pick you up and I'll show you what happened. Okay, as you guys can see, I got it cleaned up. I've got the ends a lot better now. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to tin this end. I'm going to tin this end. And then put this piece on first. And we'll, I'll be right back and see where this gets to. Okay, as you can see, both ends are tinned and ready to go. I'm going to try and use this clip to hold them in place. I know it's going to be a little bit of a heat sink, but hold that in place because I only have two hands. And try and solder on this one first, then I'll put the shrink wrap on. And then the top one, and so on. Okay, I will be right back again. Okay guys, as you can see, looks like I've got this done. I haven't tried to put the shrink wrap yet, but I've got both sides done. And yeah, let's give this a test and see what it does. And we have a signal light again. Let's see. Let's just check this all out. Let's check this all out. Let's see here. We have tail light. We have signal light. We have signal light. Do we? We have brake lights. Ready to rock and roll. Now. Yeah. And we're done. Okay, thanks guys. I guess that was our first project. 2010 Harley Davidson Dyno Wide Ply. Or as I call it, my big boy bike. With all my little boy bikes. Okay, so that's it for this episode. I'm going to go ride. I got to go to work tonight, so I think I'll be taking the motorcycle. Our next project, I haven't decided on, but this power steering pump is really starting to bug me. I don't know where the leak is yet. We'll probably have to get it up on ramps and check it out. So yeah, so that'll be our next project, at least investigating what's going on with the old girl here. But the rest we got lots of projects to go. Yeah, so see you guys again hopefully next week, and we'll get on to the 54 Monarch and see what we can come up with for that project on this car. Okay guys, you have yourself a great day. Work on your cars, drink some beer, hug your women, all that good stuff, and we'll talk to you later.